All right, let's just jump right in. You know that advice we always hear? Find what you love. Sounds great, right? But let's be real for a second. The world isn't exactly designed to help us figure that out. It's a massive challenge, for sure. But today, we're going to unpack a totally different way of looking at it. And this quote right here from Marcus Buckingham, man, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It sounds so simple, do what you love, but the reality is so much more complicated. So how are you supposed to navigate a world that's constantly pushing you to fit in when all you want to do is find that thing that makes you, you? So where does this all start? Well, it begins with this feeling that so many of us have, this sense of just being lost. And if you feel that way, you're not alone. It's practically an epidemic, this widespread feeling of being disconnected from what we do every day, especially in our schools and our jobs. And if you're a numbers person, get this, 16%. According to the research, that's the tiny fraction of people who actually feel fully engaged by what they do. Which means, and this is kind of staggering, that 84% of us are just, sleepwalking through our work. That's not a personal failure. That is a system-wide problem. And this feeling, it starts so young. I mean, this quote from a journal, it's just so real, it kind of hurts. As little kids, we figure out pretty fast that there are two camps, normal and weird. And anything that makes us unique, the quirky things we love, well, they usually get shoved into the weird category. So here's the big takeaway, right? This isn't on you. Our systems, from the classroom to the boardroom, they're literally built for conformity. They want us to be standardized parts in a big machine, not to celebrate the very things that make us one of a kind. But what if there was a way to reclaim that uniqueness, to find our way back to who we really are? Turns out there's this really powerful idea that can help, and it all starts with one kind of strange-sounding word. And this is it. The word is word. And yeah, it's pronounced exactly like weird. It's this ancient Norse concept that says every single one of us is born with a distinct spirit, like an inner compass that's already pointing us toward things we'll love and away from things we'll loathe. So you can really see the difference here, right? It's like two totally different philosophies. On one side, you have the empty vessel idea that school and work are built on, that we're just empty buckets they need to fill up with skills. But on the other side, you have your word, the idea that you're born with a unique pattern, and real success is just about discovering and living that pattern. So your word isn't just some quirky little personality trait. No way. It is your single best guide in life. It's the source code for your joy, your power, and the greatest contribution you can possibly make. So the big question is, how do you find it? All right, so this is where the rubber meets the road. It gets really practical here. There are 3 clear signs you can look for, little signals your weird is trying to get your attention. Think of them like clues on a scavenger hunt to find what you truly love. So sign number 1 is instinct. This is that feeling you get before you even start doing something. You can't really explain it, you're just drawn to it. It's that thing you volunteer for without even thinking. You just want to. Then you've got sign number 2, flow. This is what happens while you're in the middle of the activity. You get so totally absorbed that the rest of the world just disappears. Time speeds up, and you look at the clock and realize hours have gone by in what felt like minutes. And finally, sign number 3 is rapid learning. This is when you try something for the first time and it just clicks. It feels so easy, so natural, it's almost like you already knew how to do it. You just pick it up way faster than anyone else around you. Okay, so these 3 signs, instinct, flow, and rapid learning, they point to what we can call your red threads, the specific activities you love. So let's try a little something right now. I'm going to throw out a few questions, just see what pops into your head. First up, when was the last time you completely lost track of time? Okay, how about this one? When was the last time you just instinctively raised your hand for something before your brain even had a chance to talk you out of it? And last one, think back to a time you tried something new and you were genuinely shocked by how good you were at it, how fast it all came together. The answers you're thinking of right now, those are your breadcrumbs. Those are your clues. So once you start spotting these red threads, what do you do with them? Well, the next step is to start weaving them into your actual life. And the best part is, you really don't have to quit your job or change everything overnight. And you're probably thinking you need to love like 100% of your job, right? Well, get this. Research from the Mayo Clinic says the magic number is just 20%. You only need to find love in about 1/5 of what you do to stay energized and avoid burnout. It's not about loving everything, it's about finding something to love in your everyday. So the whole game changes here. We've got to stop searching for some mythical, perfect job that doesn't exist. The real goal, the real challenge, is to become a kind of love detective, hunting for moments and tasks where you can weave your red threads into the job you already have. So here's your game plan. Super simple, just 3 steps. First, get good at spotting your red threads using those 3 signs we talked about. Second, start actively looking for tiny ways to bring more of those activities into your week. And third, learn how to talk about them. Instead of bragging, just frame it as, I'm at my best when I get to do X. It helps your boss and your team see where you really shine. Look, at the end of the day, your life is constantly talking to you. It's sending you signals about what you love, where your real strengths are, and what your purpose is. The only question left is, are you fluent in its language? Learning to understand your own loves, your own wired, that's the real secret to a life well lived.